Welcome back to another podcast. We are in episode, what is this, 123?
Yes, one,
yeah,
two, three.
Three. Uno, dos, tres. I know Spanish.
Yeah, that's nice.
I learned it from Smokey. He taught me Spanish. He taught me how to count in Spanish.
I mean, you know, people can often count to three in a lot of languages. That's not really...
That's true.
Specific.
Big podcast. We have a bunch of... Well, we do have a bunch of cards. Hearthstone cards. This... I should say what this is about. This is about that... JJ and myself both created a list of Hearthstone cards. Custom Hearthstone cards that we came up with creatively. And... we are going to present those today. We have 5 cards each. And we want some opinions on that from the viewers, because we have some people who watch this podcast who are Hearthstone players. A lot of people, actually. That's our main audience. In our Discord server, link, by the way, in the description if you want to join that. A lot of people like Hearthstone. So we want you to evaluate some of these cards on their balance, their creativity, how much you like them generally, their flavor. So... we're going to present those. I have 5, JJ has 5. And the first topic, we'll see JJ's 5 cards. We'll have a halftime show with some crossword quizzes where we suck at. Fact of the week, my cards, song of the week. Yeah, you know the drill basically. But first topic,
that's it,
yeah, that's it. And then we move on to the next video. But that is the first topic.
Exactly. After we say that's it, you're going to watch a different video from this channel.
Correct. Yeah, you click on whatever is recommended in the next one, just another podcast or whatever. Let's get into JJ's cards without further ado. Do you want to, before you do that, do you want to jump into, like, or do you want to give any insight into your creative process personally, you know?
Well, I mean, whenever I had an idea, after you brought up the idea of the topic that seemed like it might make sense, I tried figuring out if I could make stats for it, and then I just wrote it down. Right. And then right now, I just, like, a couple hours before I came over, I actually put them all together. And, yeah, I have 5 cards there.
You have 5 cards there. Alright. Let's see them. Let's get into it.
Let's do some on the fly, not actually editing magic.
Illidan.
That's just my new page background.
Yeah,
that's not
backgrounds. Alright, let's get
That's
your
the first card.
Elusive Rogue. Stealth Divine Shield. I'm noticing that the card does not have... Oh, it does have elusive. You didn't use it, though.
I didn't use it as a keyword, but I'm going to make the camera a little smaller right now because, Jesus Christ, that is slightly covered up.
There we are. Alright.
Again, editing magic, not actually
editing. Rogue. You even put a background behind it.
Yes, I put custom backgrounds for all the cards.
I did not do that, but...
I felt froggy, I did it.
Fair enough.
You see there's a watermark on there, just ignore that.
JJ, you gotta cover up these watermarks. You can't, you gotta be kidding me.
Gotta get
it. 2 mana, 2/1 stealth, divine shield, and can't be targeted. Elusive, yes. Looks pretty good.
I mean, I noticed, actually, after I came up with a card, that a similar card exists. It's a lot weaker, and it's called Cloak Scale Chemist, and it's bad.
It's not can't be targeted, though, right?
No, it's not can't be targeted, and it's only a 1/1, I believe. So, or it's a 1/2.
This looks like an extremely strong card, I think. If this didn't even have can't be targeted, it will still be very good, I think.
Yeah, I went with understated health, so that, like, the idea is, thematically here, as rogues tend to do, you know, they can evade all sorts of attacks, but if they do get hit, they go down.
They don't.
They are not very resilient in of themselves, but you gotta hit them first.
Alright,
this dies to arcane missiles, more likely than not. To all sorts of, like, AoE removal if you hit them twice at the very least. And, doesn't survive earthquakes very well.
But this looks incredibly good. Like, if you just play this down... there's not a lot of ways to take this out, aside from those random.
No, there isn't. But once it attacked into something, maybe to take it out, then all of a sudden you just have to hit a 1/1 in there. I don't think it's overpowered per se. I
think it's a bit overpowered.
See, the problem is when I tried balancing this card, and this was almost one that I had a harder time balancing than a lot of the other stuff, because I wanted to have all the effects, and that was the first idea.
Yeah.
The name Elusive Rogue came to mind just as a card name for, like, a generic card. And then, give it elusive.
Yeah.
But it's a rogue, it's gonna be really elusive, it's gotta have stealth, and you know what, give it Divine Shield as well. And I was like, 1/1 is so weak, though. Why is Divine Shield necessary? I just wanted to make it more elusive.
Maybe without Divine Shield it would be balanced.
But, so I had the keywords in mind first, basically, and then I went at the stats. And 2 mana 1/1 seemed a little underwhelming.
But with all those 3, I think that would still be okay.
And so I did go with this route.
Consider 3 mana? 3 mana, 2/1 these stats?
Maybe.
And these keywords? I'm not sure if it would be more balanced at 2 or 3, but I think it's very strong for 2.
Yeah, it's definitely on the stronger end. I think generally my cards tend to be somewhat strong because almost you kind of want to make playable cards. You don't want to create a card that's like, oh, this is a cool and fun card that no one's gonna play. Because
Divine Shield is roughly the same value as 2 health. So if we imagine the 2 mana 2/3 with stealth and can't be targeted, it seems quite strong.
Yeah, I should probably only have one of those two.
Seems quite strong. So in that case, I'd say it'd be more balanced at 3 mana than 2 mana, but I do like the idea of all those keywords together. That being said, though, this is a card that should never, ever, ever, ever see play in the actual game, because this will be one of the most annoying cards in the world, and you do not want that. You do not want
fun and interactive.
Not at all. Sarcasm over. No.
So I also, of course, wanted to not just make legendaries like a lot of other people do. So I wanted to have like
I myself did not make only legends either.
I made primarily legends,
okay,
which I believe already leads us into the next card.
All right, you have another legend. Let's see what you got.
That did not work.
That didn't work.
That works. Okay.
Oh, it's Illidan.
So Illidan doesn't have a good Hearthstone card. He has a Hearthstone card. Mm-hmm. It's not very good. I made him a crustacean.
You did.
He eats things.
He eats stuff. He eats a demon because he's a demon hunter. I see that.
So the idea here is, and I think this card is very flavorful in its lore, because the idea for the Illidari is that they do consume the power of demons to actually get their powers.
There's a comma missing in the name.
Right, yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Alright.
I think I had it there when I tapped out the first time, but I mucked around so much with the creator till I had the card to look the exact way I wanted it, that I had to retype the name a couple times.
So it's a Warlock class card, which I think makes sense.
Yeah.
This is insane against any other Warlock, obviously. Yes. But...
which is the idea.
Yeah.
So is Sack Pact.
Yes. Made even better, though, in stuff like Zoo, where you can potentially kill your own demon.
I mean, the idea is that the main use case is to kill one of your own, optimally 1/1 or like a Void Walker, maybe a damaged one.
Yeah, would it kill Jiraxxus?
Yes.
Boy.
Which is the main optimal use of it, of course, but you're not going to get that too much. Again, this is like Sacrificial Pact.
Yeah.
That is kind of the design basis for this, in some regard. And Sacrificial Pact on an enemy demon is really strong. It's just incredibly strong. Yeah. And so is Illidan.
Yeah.
But on your own demons, getting a 3/3 buff for taking out optimally a 1/1 is still not that overpowered, especially for a legendary.
So this seems like a card that would go in Zoo, I think.
Yes.
For sure.
Again, the part of the balance here is that he's legendary. That's definitely part of it. And
absolutely.
I think for a somewhat situational card, especially given that a lot of the current Zoo Warlock decks aren't that heavy on small demons. Of course, Imp Gang was coming back briefly, makes this card stronger, for example, but we have to consider those kind of situations. But I still think that if you're eating a 1/1 with it, you're still effectively getting 5-6 stats for 3.
Right.
That is pretty powerful. But I think there's crazier legendaries out there.
There probably is, yeah. It seems very good though. The question is if it can be done consistently, maybe with a combo by yourself, then it's very overpowered. If you have like
I mean, think Evil Recruiter, you know?
Yeah.
He can be set up somewhat reliably, and he effectively has 8/8 stats. He eats a 1/1, so he effectively has 7/7 stats. So ends up actually being slightly better on paper than this.
Are lackeys less or more reliable than demons?
I want to say probably overall slightly less, but if you want specifically 1/1 demons, then probably slightly more.
Is there any sort of death rattle demon that this will be broken with?
The best death rattle demon that I can think of is the Void Caller, who's from Nax and not standard anymore. So I'm like, I don't really think so. I mean, Witchwood Imp? Not broken, but it's probably, if you want the death rattle trigger, it's probably one of the better ones. Yeah. For not sucking up too many stats while still getting the eating. That's the thing. I don't think this card is overpowered.
If it is, it can be easily adjusted by giving it +2/+2.
Yeah, or but again, I wanted him to stand out over Hungry Crab and Galocka Crawler.
Yeah,
because that's the idea. Like those cards are strong in the right circumstance,
but they're also not legends.
And they're not legends.
2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that this is.
I don't hate it. Yeah, it seems pretty good. All right.
So we've seen 2 cards that fit very well into the Hearthstone game as they are. Yeah. The next one,
oh boy,
is a bit more of a flavor miss for the game.
Oh,
but I personally just liked the idea and thought it was funny, so I did it.
Lord, did you invent something? Okay. So you went there. Okay.
See, he likes.
See, here's the thing, right? I did a similar thing, and we're gonna see it in the second topic. But listen, I get it. Okay, I get it. You took your Saints wallpaper. You got the, I get it. It has Rush because he's fast. It has Wind Fury because he's very fast, and it ignores Taunt
because he rushes around defenders.
Because he runs around stuff. Okay. I'm not so sure about this. I like it. I mean, I like the flavor. I did a similar thing later, so I can't blame him.
Again,
he's a paladin.
This isn't gonna happen.
Shouldn't he be a priest?
I was thinking priest or paladin both thematically work.
The paladin fits better with the color.
But the idea why I picked paladin actually is because paladin has a lot of buffs.
Yeah.
That work reasonably well with this.
Right.
Of course, in and of itself, relatively understated. The Wind Fury plus the 2 attack basically makes it a 4/5.
So ignores taunt. It means it can attack past taunt.
Yes.
It's not bound to attack a minion with taunt. All right.
Of course, that makes him really strong for face attacks with buffs, but not the turn he's played because he only has Rush. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, he takes out things. That's kind of what he does.
He's how does he stack up against, say, like Restless Mommy?
I mean, effectively a similar idea. If the mummy dies, it also can attack twice. In which case he deals less total damage, but he has the extra upside of circumventing taunts.
And a bit more health.
And a bit more total health. And again, he doesn't have to die to have the second attack.
Could you even make him like 2/6 or 3/5, or is that too much?
3/5 I think is too much. 2/6 might work. I intentionally went a little low with the stats in this one, especially in a class where you have the buffs.
You can't really quite know how much,
and ignores taunt seems, in theory, like a strong effect when it comes up.
When it does come up, yeah. Because people will want to hide stuff behind taunt.
And in Paladin, you know for a fact he's gonna be #blessed.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Blessing of Kings, Blessing of Might.
Yeah.
Like Blessing of Might, all of a sudden you have a 5/5, a Rush Wind Fury, bonus points for ignoring taunts.
Yeah. That's not bad at all. If you had charge, that would be too much because then you can go face him over no matter what.
Like, oh yeah, Kings, double Might, and all of a sudden he has like, 13...
can't do that.
13 points of attack, charge Wind Fury, like 26 to the face, one turn. No.
I think it's 12, but yeah, that would be too much.
4/3/3. That is, that's 12.
It's 12, but that's a bit too much. Yeah, that's basically. It's
kind of like the Travala combo.
Yeah, that would be like Maxwell Mighty Steed, very similar actually. Paladin, 5 health,
Yeah.
Has the Rush, has the not the Reborn, but the Wind Fury.
So yeah, again, of course, for the game of Hearthstone, a huge flavor miss.
Is that a drawn picture?
Yes.
Is that from Madden or something?
I don't know where it's from. I to be honest, I got most of the images from Google Image Search. Sue me, please don't. But
I got most of mine from DuckDuckGo Image Search. Also, it's not much better.
I specifically look for drawings of him. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I at least wanted the art style to somewhat
more Hearthstone-ish. Yeah. I have a very similar fun card coming up in mind.
And yes,
so I like the fact that we both had that sort of direction.
I did use the wallpaper. But if I had used it as is, it would have just been, the fleur-de-lis would have just been straight behind the card.
So you put it,
So I had to muck around a little bit with it.
It looks pretty good. I'm not sure. This is tough. This is tough because you tend to use a lot of keywords so far, and those are always tougher to balance than just straight up stats with like 1 or 2 effects max.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you just put stats on something, it's going to be boring. Like I don't want to show you the next 3 mana 3/4 beast.
Yeah, they're supposed to be creative cards. Exactly.
And again, while this doesn't fit in the Hearthstone flavor, I think for the character that's represented, flavor-wise, the effect makes perfect sense.
It's fair enough. I do like it. I like it. I can't say I don't. All right, let's see the next one.
Let's go back to something that fits more into the universe, or should I say into the world?
Oh boy, you already went there. Okay. Return the last spell you played to your hand.
So, the idea here is, of course, the trolls getting the power that makes their spells go faster.
Yes. It's Wizard, by the way, that is JJ's World of Warcraft character.
Yeah, trying to remember to put an info card here. Yes, he's a mage. Mm-hmm. He is unique, thereby it makes him legendary. I thought of stuff like Refresh Your Hero Power, but that just makes him a cheaper Blackwell Pixie, and that's really not very good for a legendary. So I thought the double spell thing might be pretty good. I mean, the high roll almost is probably Fireball.
Maybe. Because you played again.
Fireball, Wizard, Fireball. You can do much crazier stuff with it, so I don't think he's inherently hugely broken.
Comparison that comes to mind, I think, is like Electra, maybe?
If you wanna get a huge value out of it, it doesn't really help though. I was gonna say quest, but the new quests don't really work that well with it. If you had the old quest, you could get double time roll out of them, but that's also still like, if you don't win after the first one, why the fuck are you even playing the deck? Right?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
So, yeah. And by the way, the background is the troll starting zone.
Yeah, that I realized. It looks a lot like a Caribbean island, man. It looks pretty cool.
I tried going for fitting background pictures. I put in the extra work.
I mean, Mage is obvious, of course.
Yeah.
The stat line is vanilla, and now the question is, how strong is the effect? Does it warrant a legend tag? I think because of the good value, I think so. Because you can also have like the flame strike, for example, which would go pretty well with it.
Yeah. I mean, the AoEs definitely go well with it.
Basically, play almost every spell except for Pyroblast, maybe.
Well, I mean, you'd have to make some setup happen for Pyroblast. You could do it with Double Apprentice. You could do it with Calicos. Yeah. Of course, it's kind of your opponent's fault if Calico sticks.
Yeah. I think
Thaurissan would make it work, actually.
Yeah, Thaurissan if you have both on hand.
Pyroblast, Wizard. I mean, it still is 2 turns.
Yeah.
If you die to 2 Pyroblast on consecutive turns, that's not Wizard being overpowered. That's just making the Pyroblast slightly more consistent.
If you pick him up in Rogue, and then can you just infinitely Shadow Step him?
Yes. So, well, it's limited by the timer.
Yeah, but like big Edvins.
If you want to play like APM Rogue, then yes.
Yeah, like Wizard Shadow Step, because I at some point Rogue's gonna grab this guy off a discovery or a random card, and he's gonna Shadow Step him a million times and play an Edvin.
APM decks have existed before. This is not actually buildable as a deck.
No, because it's a mage card.
You have to find it.
That's why it has to
pull everything off, and then hope that your opponent doesn't have single target removal. Because Edvin doesn't have charge.
Yeah.
I think this is unreliable enough to not.
Yeah, I think it's fine. If it was a neutral card, that would be problematic. But as a mage, I think it doesn't seem to be that abusable. If I'm not mistaking anything.
Actually, the idea of going for class cards for balance reasons is something that I also had in mind. As you've noticed so far, all of my cards have been class cards.
For me, not everyone is class card.
Which leads us perfectly into my final card, which is not a class card.
It's a Phantasmal Killer. It's a 3-mana 5/6, and it dies if targeted by a spell.
Can't buff it. Your opponent can remove it with any targeted minion spell they have, but he's hugely overstated.
What if I put silence on him? Does he die or does he
presumably, not? I think the trigger would happen first, because it's if targeted, not after targeted.
Okay.
So, presumably, he would die, actually, from silence.
I'm trying to think, But,
to be fair, if you wanted to make this happen, this work in a type of like a Silence Priest kind of deck, you could just slightly reword this card to say it dies after targeted by a spell. That would not be a huge balancing issue. The name, by the way, is of course taken from the spell that exists in D&D, and the idea of something dying when it's targeted is loosely inspired by the illusion cards from MTG.
It's interesting, at least. It's I mean, you got the very high stats. The question is just, is this still too weak? Is the effect just too bad?
The problem is if you made it like a 10/10.
Yeah, that's just a gamble for the game right there. But is the stat line just like that? Already a bad.
Again, this is kind of hard to balance.
Yeah, this could be this because this reminds me a lot of Harbinger Celestia, right?
Yes. Again,
it's one cheaper even.
This is hard to balance because you don't have an idea of how exactly effect would affect it in an actual.
I think he goes in Silence Priest. He goes in Silence Priest, and you play like Librarian next to it.
That's the other thing, right? Even if the silence spell itself would kill him, you can still have silence minions.
Yeah.
Like
So similar to the one who can't attack unless you have spell damage or something
exactly,
with
the
that sort
Arcane
of
Watcher.
effect. Yeah.
Arcane Watcher, I believe, has the exact same stat line, if I'm not mistaken. 3 mana, 5/6. The downside isn't as extreme.
He looks like Thomas Jefferson.
Honestly, I just searched till I found an actual decent picture of a semi-translucent warrior. Yeah, I think Spirit Warrior or something like that was what I ended up finding something under.
Fair enough.
It's actually surprisingly hard to find phantoms.
Really?
Like, actually ones that look like warriors, too.
Alright.
Maybe I'm just bad at search terms,
I
but...
So that's your 5 cards.
Yeah, that's my 5 cards.
I can't say I hate them. I thought your cards were going to be worse.
Really?
Hmm?
Why did you think that?
I think he did a pretty good job. I don't know. I thought maybe it's one of those situations where I just thought that I'm very good at this, so my cards are going to blow you out of the water, but I think your cards are actually better than I thought. Having seen all those, I think it's pretty close. We both had some similar ideas. We're going to see that later, obviously, when mine are also revealed. But yeah, I think those your cards were definitely better or higher quality than I expect them to be. No obvious bullcrap and some flavor there with almond.
I mean, I was about to say one of them was obvious bullcrap in the flavor.
Yeah, still, I like them though. That was good cards. So you've seen them all. We might post them in the Discord actually. We might post them on the Discord again, so people can kind of vote with like reactions or something, like how they like a card.
Yeah, I mean, we
something
could literally
like
just do
like
thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah, or letter grades. You know?
Oh, yeah, letters exist, all of them.
Mm-hmm. So we might do that. So that would be pretty cool. But of course, second topic, stay tuned. We have my cards coming up. But right now, in between halftime show, is crossword time. It's Sunday crosswords that we do on Saturdays.
Yes. And we are getting Sunday crossword number 3. Wait, that's no fun. I'm clicking on it right now.
That's no fun.
And
this is a short one, which means that we might play a second one
Yes.
also. This is only a 7-minute one. And this is what is it about? Does it say? Is it the description?
It says, can you solve this theme crossword? And the one is called That's No Fun.
That's no fun. So it's probably something that's not fun.
Yes.
Let's get it. All right. Keystone. What's Keystone? Keystone something.
BTS this genre?
What is that? What is BTS?
I don't know.
Great.
Gone with the Wind surname.
O'Hara. Yes.
Celebration ruined by Debbie. Oh, those 3 are the ones that are no
fun. Okay, that's the key ones. Okay.
That's how it used to work.
A celebration ruined by Debbie Downers. God sakes.
It's one up from Upsilon.
Phi, right? That's the Greek letter. Yeah.
Yep. Alternative to soy or almond and alternative milk choices.
Oat milk.
That's
not as bad
correct.
as you might think.
Have someone tell you to MYOB.
Mind your own business.
I did not know that, by the way. The abbreviation.
Yeah.
But and this one was still the BTS's genre.
Yeah, it doesn't
this
tell
is
me
still
much
the celebration that Debbie Down's ruin, and then
it
challenges some students want a high five for.
Challenges? Huh.
2018 bailout recipient familiarly. Blank Cotta. We also have No Scrubs Group. That's TLC.
Okay. Is it terracotta?
Oh, it might be actually. Yeah, like the materials, like color. I don't care if they do that. That's a quote, apparently. I don't know. Probably the question is by whom.
Maybe.
One half of an infamous crime duo is Clyde. Right? With a Y.
Obviously.
Yeah. My bad. And this one, did we look at it? In need of some coffee.
Tired? Does that fit? Me. I think tired fits. Actually, beverage, not a sponsor. Yeah, beverage is a sponsor. Monster is not, unfortunately.
Monopoly ruined by a group of finger pointers.
Oh Christ, that's not fun. So Monopoly, like the game,
or the actual economical concept? Who the fuck knows?
Whenever an economic monopoly is ruined, that is a good thing.
Yeah,
that's not a bad thing.
Gift for Ralphie in A Christmas Story.
Oof.
Downright rotten.
Lousy? Does that fit? Yeah.
Herb used in ouzo.
That's a Greek liquor.
Yeah, I was about to say I have partaken in it before, but I don't know what the fuck is in there.
Is it like anise or something? Is that what's in there? They put all sorts of stuff.
With an S or with a C?
S,
S, right? Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Brooks with an EGOT. Whatever that means. Vacation ruined by someone on a moral high horse.
Okay.
TV show with FBI agent Seeley Booth. That sounds familiar.
That's what you should know.
Blank Callister, Emmy-winning Black Mirror episode.
Something SS.
I've seen every single episode of that show.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, I don't know titles. It's 6 days after Christmas, New Year's Eve. So, refuse as an offer. Decline?
Doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't fit at all. So we also have Feather Partner in History.
Feather Partner in History?
Wingman is way too...
yeah, no.
Whiskey's Partner in American Pie.
Right.
Yep. That, I know that song. What not to use on a... Scantron sheet. Coffee container. Oh, it's probably cup.
As a cup?
It's very likely cup. I think it was cup when we had it in another one when we were just doing it for our own... Wait, where did I type the C?
The C is in the top right above that. Yeah.
I was about to say that...
Yeah. Is it a pot?
It might be.
A lot of ones that would fit.
Fuck's sake, I don't like the navigation too much, but... Oh, wait, I was going to say, I just typed cup.
It is pot.
Teapot, I mean coffee pot, yeah. Refused as an offer and destroyed in modern lingo.
Oh, wrecked. R-E-K-T. Get wrecked, bruh.
We still have a lot of them. I'm pretty sure I went through all of them, too.
Monopoly ruined by a group of finger pointers.
Vacation ruined by someone on a moral high horse. Gift for Ralphie and Christmas Story. What the fuck is it? Like my episode called? I mean, theoretically, we could probably brute force this.
Yeah.
Oh, USS. That's
USS. Okay.
It's the Star Trek.
The Monopoly thing is it blame game? Does that fit?
Blame game.
Got him.
The USS Callister. That's the Star Trek episode. That's the name of the ship.
All right.
You know, USS.
Oh, okay. We gotta keep going. TV show with FBI. What's 14 across?
14.
Brooks with the one below.
Challenges some students want a high five for.
AT tests?
What?
AT tests? No.
I have no idea what it is.
But something... No, you spelled tets. AT tests.
AT tests?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Did I not spell it that way before?
No, I don't know.
Then we have bail recipient from... I mean, fam, that just stands for colloquial, right? What?
Yeah,
so,
we gotta...
We have also the celebration room by Debbie Downers. We have this
something party at the end. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Party.
Wait, that's a WT then.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
Let them. Let them. Let them. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it pity party? 3 pity party. Got him.
So vacation ruined by someone on a moral high horse would still be one of the big ones here. We also have Keystone.
No, what's the one down? Is it K? Yeah.
K-pop, probably.
Oh, Lord.
And then we have the TV show with the FBI agent. We have the Vacation Room by Debbie Downers. We have Refuse as an blah, blah, and we have app
tests. AP tests.
Yeah. Got that one just in time.
Guilt trip. Oh, God. So there were all those puns. BB gun.
Bones.
Mel, tar, ink.
Oh, Bones.
Bones. What's up?
Honestly,
you know that show?
If it had just an FBI agent Booth, I might have actually had a slightly higher likelihood of getting it because I wouldn't have known his first name. He's played by David Boreanaz.
I don't know what that is.
The guy who also played Angel from
who
the eponymous TV show. Also from Buffy, but you know.
Cool. Never heard of any of them. Bones. Okay.
Who's Mel?
I don't know.
Mel Brooks.
Oh, okay.
I still know what EGOT stands for. Mel Brooks is an actor.
Okay.
He played, I believe he played Mad Max, didn't he?
Say no is the refuse. Oh, God.
Well, okay. Fair enough. That's guilt. Yeah, then ink is...
Yeah, fair enough. And a tar.
Oh. So you want to do the next one too?
Our feather partner, tar. You get tar and
That's
feather.
dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do another one. That was very short. Let's do this other one.
But we did perform above average. At the very least. We've done worse before.
We have. That is true. What is this one about? What's the theme?
Getting subcategorical.
Oh, Christ.
It's about subcategories.
Let's do it.
Brain teaser, 6 letters. Oh, it actually says letters on parentheses.
Pilot? That doesn't fit. No.
Prepared artificially.
Trailer doesn't fit.
Zip nada. Zilch.
Zilch? Yeah, that's the same. Acidity indicator.
Is the pH
scale?
Oh, scale. Yeah, I was about to say pH is a bit... Wait.
Doesn't fit.
What does pH stand for?
Oh, God.
It might just be what they're looking for. I don't know. Young hooter. Also, depleted fully.
Depleted fully.
Equal, identical.
Same.
Criminal organization would be the mafia. Words meaning. Also, by the way, the yellow ones are likely the subcategories. Yeah. Just as a side note. Mm-hmm. Word knowledge. And verbal wit. 4,4 says 2 words. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or 2 different categories that could both fit in there. What?
Might, yeah. Might be.
Planet's path.
Orbit?
Yep. Confusional state. Delusion?
Try it.
Does it fit even?
Don't think it does.
Double L?
No, one L.
One L. Delusion. Then it fits.
Doesn't.
It fits. Yeah. It's not correct, but it fits.
Delirium doesn't fit either, right?
Delirium.
I. The second one is I. Delirium.
Delirium.
Yeah.
It does fit. Chair part. Leg. Nauru's capital.
Oh, Christ, no.
Is that... Where even is that? Is that Africa? That sounds like it would be in Africa. Feline hybrid. Liger.
Yeah.
Then we have ground area.
Ground area?
The first part might be turf something, but I don't think so. Just because it has the T and the R in there. Could also be Terra something.
Yeah.
Not sleeping. Waking? It's too long, right? Yeah.
Woken?
Awake? That wasn't correct. Wake.
Yeah.
Correction fluid.
Correction fluid?
It does say correction fluid.
Yeah.
Also, wheel center.
What do I mean by that? Oh, okay.
I mean, that was just a guess, because a hub is usually a center as well. Distinguishing mark. Identifier? That's 2. Coffee tree.
You drink coffee, man.
I drink coffee, yes, I don't make it.
You should.
Nigeria's capital.
Oh, this one we should know. Capital Nigeria. Not rural urban?
Oh, not right. For some reason, the word "not" capitalized just completely threw me off. I don't know. Writing system.
Wait. Alphabet? Does it fit?
I mean, yes, it fits.
Okay.
Written character.
Symbol? Letter? Cool.
So that appears to be what the kind of stuff that the yellow one.
Yeah, okay.
Juvenile person. Teenager?
Maybe. Not quite.
Teenager. I mean, I spelled it correctly, right?
Yeah, but one R too many.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. It doesn't actually fit.
Yeah.
Child.
Sure.
Day's End.
Right.
Pome fruit. Also.
Granite. Wait, that doesn't even go, right? No, it doesn't go. I was thinking pomegranate.
Causing laughter.
Amusing doesn't fit.
Joking.
Doesn't
No.
fit. No.
Wait, no, it does fit.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Why did I think it did? Metal piece. Ecuador's neighbor.
Ecuador's neighbor.
4 letters.
Peru.
I think we looked at all the questions, although there's a very high likelihood that I missed one somewhere.
Correction fluid.
Word knowledge is also an interesting one. Juvenile person. We got that one. Metal piece. Causing laughter. Sweetly scented. No, we did miss that one, for example.
Yes.
Is it just sweetened?
Probably not. Doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't. Words meaning.
Definition.
Oh, that's good.
That's it.
Definition.
Yeah, big one.
Okay, then tell me what is a brain teaser. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. That's not an L.
There we go.
Verbal wit. I don't know if the 2 words... I'm pretty sure the 4,4 means that it's 2 words.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 2 words for one thing or if it's 2 possible answers that are both 4.
Tough. I don't know.
Correction fluid, what the fuck? See, the first thing that came to mind with brain teaser was a quiz, but it didn't fit.
Yeah.
But I didn't even consider that puzzle, of course, is... Oh yeah, right, Nauru's capital. Also capital of Nigeria, we still need.
Ground area has to be something with Terra, right? Terrace?
Oh, that might actually be it. Where the fuck was it there?
14 over.
Terrace. That's how it's spelled.
It's gotta be something with terrace. Yeah.
That is how it's spelled, though.
Yeah.
Because I know that spelling is like my number one thing of fucking shit up, but
the second last one should be an E, like something.
I mean, that doesn't really help us at all because it's some part of it different. That might be it. Processed. Yep. Yeah. Which makes the young. Wait, was it the one? Yeah, young Hooter starts with an O.
Alright.
And depleted fully starts with an E.
Alright. Exhaled.
I mean, that doesn't make sense, but sure. Exhale. I didn't expect that, but if I doesn't know what the coffee was called.
Yeah.
Nigeria's capital, also still, I mentioned a few times now, jazz variant bop.
Why did we not see that before?
I mean, it doesn't help us with anything,
no, it doesn't.
But distinguishing mark. Plentiful, abundant. Golden ratio. Which letter is that?
The golden ratio.
Is that phi?
Might be, yeah.
Yeah, it's phi. So that gives us an extra letter for plentiful, abundant. It's probably, and then also one extra letter for sweetly scented.
Causing laughter.
Humor. No, not even the British spelling can make that fit.
No.
Wait. Yeah, that's different. Yeah. Pome fruit. Metal piece. Juvenile person.
Ah, man.
Ground area.
It has to be something like that, right?
I mean, it would have to. You would think so, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. No, it is spelled with C, right? That's how I did it before. Naru's capital would still help us. It gives us an extra letter there. Otherwise, we can't really get anything else. Verbal
word.
I mean, it might still be correct. It might only give it to us if we have all of them. But the problem is, what would... I mean, I guess verbal would be word, and then something would be wit.
Yeah.
So, 4-letter word, that could also mean wit. Like, smarts. Like, intellect. That's not even quite something, but...
No, I don't know.
We'll likely start with a vowel. Actually, it doesn't even have to.
Not necessarily.
Could be like kill, do. No, probably not.
Could be almost everything.
Yeah.
Word might be it though.
I'm gonna leave it there for the time being, but it doesn't really help us too much unless we get the full thing. Maybe, but it's also just a guess. Like it might be one of those, or it's a vowel probably, but deplete fully. Like to empty, but like
I know.
To empty entirely.
I don't know anything, man. I think we just have to make guesses.
Excidity indicator, by the way, now starts with an L.
Yeah. What's a chemical that they use to...
I was about to say, that's probably something that actually... Not the scale itself, but...
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
See, in school we always just used universal indicator fluid.
Yep.
But there are specific ones too.
Oh, fuck's sake. Is it?
Okay.
Because they hoot.
Yeah, fair enough.
You see. Doesn't really... Actually, that does help us a little bit with the T in the indicator. But otherwise, it doesn't help us at all. That sounds dumb. I don't know. Correction fluid. The capital, the verbal wit, man, the word knowledge.
Word knowledge? Does it mean knowledge about words?
I would assume so, yes. Considering that we had alphabet, letter, definition, puzzle is a little out there, but they all seem to be somewhat related, yes. Would probably be something like bibliographical knowledge, but the thing is, like, sweetly scented.
Eloquence. It doesn't fit. Metal piece?
Oh, easy. That's not... There was an N... There was a... That's supposed to be... But then it would have to be double G. No, that doesn't... I thought for a second it was a nugget, you know, but it doesn't fit, actually. No. Did they put an N somewhere before? No, it didn't. Right now, it's probably something manufactured.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's like a nut or a gear or a bolt. Yeah, but like what's on this?
Yeah, that fits. Man, I've worked with metal pieces a bunch. I don't know.
A juvenile person.
Youngster.
Oh boy.
Christ almighty.
That's a good one.
Christ,
that means that the word knowledge, by the way, ends in a Y, as well as, what else do we have new? Causing laughter ends in a G, which...
Amusing?
I was about to say, which means it ends in ing, probably.
God,
on it. Which also means that now we know that there's an A in Sweetly Sand that probably doesn't help us much. Second letter of the poem fruit is a U.
Yeah.
And more importantly, the first letter of the metal piece is an I, is an ingot.
Yeah.
I was really close with my nugget there.
Yeah, close. It's true. What's the fruit now?
Oh, what? This one?
Yeah. Man.
I mean, just fruit, second letter U is tough already.
Yeah. Distinguishing mark. Something about the unique.
Maybe.
Uni something.
It might also just be something like fingerprint or DNA. It's obviously not any of those exactly, but maybe something that is like iris, you know, something that actually is unique per person. But that would also be a little harder. Nigeria's capital, by the way, have some letters for that, and it's only 5 letters long and it ends in U something A. Yeah, distinguishing mark.
Man, what the hell?
Plentiful, abundant. We haven't looked at that one in a while. Plentiful, abundant. Okay, well, correction fluid. It's still one of those. Depleted fully starts with an E.
I feel like it should be something X. Right?
Exhausted.
That doesn't fit.
Exhaust.
Oh, just exhaust. Okay.
Deplete fully. It's not depleted fully.
Oh God! I never knew that. I always was thinking depleted fully.
Exhaust. The moment you said X, that actually. So we have an extra letter for the acidity indicator.
Oh boy.
Wait.
That costs us especially a lot of time.
Wait. What do those letters in combination with the word tests come to mind?
No. Just type it out. We don't have that much time. Litmus, great.
Litmus test.
Yeah.
That's something you've heard before.
Yeah, fair enough.
Correction fluid, I still don't know, but we have an extra T there.
Yeah.
So, you know. Ground area, we still have. Nauru's capital, as well as Nigeria's, by the way. Verbal wit. Just throwing that out there. Sweetly scented, correction fluid, still a weird one. Distinguishing mark, coffee tree.
It's a coffee tree.
Nigeria's capital. Plentiful, abundant.
That's all words we've heard before.
I mean, of course, it's something like common or some bullshit like that.
The fruit we should also be able to get.
We have like 40 some seconds. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get much of anything.
No.
Really.
How is it not terrace? What is it, terrace?
I tried it with an S,
just
to make sure it's not Terra.
It has to be something terra, right?
You would think so, yes. So how about geography, huh? Nigeria's capital?
Yeah, I know it. I can't tell you though.
Ends in A?
Classic blank.
Probably I can.
I'm gonna punch myself very hard when I see it. Classic blank. I know it. I obviously know it. But no. That was bad. That was terrible.
Abuja.
Yeah, obvious. Wordplay. Terrain. Vocabulary.
Terrain. We had terra. That should have not been too. The problem is, it doesn't. It's not terra in. It's terrain. So the moment you have terra in your head, Just because of the pronunciation, it doesn't come to mind.
That was terrible.
Wordplay, huh?
That was awful. I think that might have been the worst we've performed so far.
Whiteout.
Where?
Whiteout, the correction fluid.
Oh, yeah.
Vocabulary.
Yeah.
Word knowledge.
That was the worst we've that was by far the worst we did so far on these.
Still a little above average, but you know.
Yeah, but that we
Insignia.
Insignia.
Okay, yeah. Arabica, yeah, that's a specific one, but yeah. I have heard of coffee Arabica before, yes.
Quincy.
Ample.
Okay, yeah.
Chromatic.
Could have gotten all these.
Alright, those letters are in terrain.
That was terrible.
I mean, there's not that much we missed. And also, they did mark the letters we entered as green once the puzzle ended, despite not being part of the full thing, both for Word and for Terra, which I assume aids our percentage.
Yeah, I guess it does. Boy, that was bad. Alright. Yeah, I apologize for that. That was bad. We gotta do better than that soon. That was, for the level of difficulty that those words actually were, that was just awful. But let's get into the fact of the week.
Yes.
And then we hop into my cards, because there's a second part of this. So JJ, what's your fact of this week?
My fact of this week is, in fact, that, this is an interesting one. This is something that I believe has been, if I heard this correctly, has been done in practice before, and that is that you can actually hack someone's smartwatch. Well, I mean, of course, any device is hackable. In and of itself, that's not very interesting. But you could actually use it to log what someone is typing on a keyboard.
Wow.
Just based on the subtle movements in your wrist.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And apparently that has been done before, to some degree. I'm not sure how widespread that was, and if they maybe just did it for testing purposes, but supposedly it's possible.
Do not get stuff like smartwatches, man. You're bugging up your own personal life when you get those items. Just like those home speaking stuffs like Google Home and Alexa and stuff.
Or, internet connected smartphones.
You're bugging up your own house. Don't do it. Here's my fact of the week. I gotta read this whole thing out. This is important. So there's a bit of an explanation to this. So the fact itself is there are actually over 24 states of matter.
I only know 4.
Yes, solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. That's the ones that most people know. So I'm gonna read
super solid, I guess.
I'm gonna read this out. So there are some examples. It's basically half an article. Everyone knows that there are at least 3 states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. If you're a little bit more versed in physics, you also know about the 4th fundamental state of matter called plasma, a hot ionized gas with prime examples including lightning or neon signs. But beyond those common states of matter, scientists have discovered a myriad of exotic states of matter that occur under special conditions. One of them is the Bose-Einstein condensate, where atoms chill to only 0.000001 degrees above absolute zero, start behaving like waves, rather than particles, as they ought to be on the macroscopic scale. Essentially, the atoms behave like one superatom acting in unison. Another interesting exotic state of matter is represented by time crystals. Regular, boring order crystals with a twist. A 4th dimension, time, is added so that the material exhibits different periodic structures over time. What makes these crystals particularly remarkable has less to do with the fact that they repeat in time, but rather more with the fact that they're intrinsically out of equilibrium. Because time crystals are never able to settle down, say into a diamond or a ruby, there's a lot we can learn from them. Facts! And there's a bunch of other states of matter that are weird fringe things that...
Apparently 6 more, yeah.
Oh, it says over 24.
Over 2... I thought you said a dozen before, yeah.
Over 24.
Over 24. Wow, that's quite a bit.
It's quite a lot.
I think I have actually heard of the first one.
The Bose-Einstein condensate? Yeah. Maybe at the side somewhere, but if you had asked me before, I would have also told you to come up with 4, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting fact. I thought that was...
That is very interesting, yes.
That is actually, a very informative fact. Let's hop into the second topic, which is still the first topic, but it's my cards this time. And, we are at the Lich King background, obviously. And, let's
I have not seen these.
You have not seen
as them? He hasn't seen mine before. And
so have a look. There you
this
go.
is not as visually impressive as what I did. But
well, I didn't add backgrounds. I wanted to focus on the card.
Morty McFinnigan.
Finpon.
Oh, yeah. Rush, Battleground, draw a 1, 2, and 3 cost Murloc from your deck. 5-mana 3/3 Murloc.
You'll notice that it is understated and not very tempo oriented as Murlocs usually are, but You'll also notice that it is 5 mana and it draws you 6 mana worth of Murlocs.
The 1, 2, and 3 cost thing kind of reminds me a little bit of Oakheart, but that's...
He recruited.
Yeah, no, I know.
So this is sort of a reload alternative to Tasty Fin, a bit more immediate.
Yeah, and you played, and you basically, if you construct your deck around it a little bit, you basically are guaranteed to at least get a War Leader out of it.
You could get, optimally, like a Tide Caller, like maybe Tide Hunter and a War Leader.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really
that would be great.
Strip down the 1 and 2 drops to specific ones, but you can definitely lose the Amalgam and the Oracle just to make sure that you have guaranteed Murloc War Leader on 3 there.
But in this case, you're sacrificing a bit of this turn to guarantee yourself a good next turn.
I think the really important question is where the fuck did you get that art from? That looks pretty cool.
Well, image search.
Yeah.
Like where did you get your arts from? Same place.
Yeah.
I use DuckDuckGo, use Google, but it's probably similar databases, or finds the same stuff.
So 3/3 stats for 3 draw. So you're effectively sacking 2, 3. So 5 stat points for 3 cards drawn. 5 stat points are about equal to 2.5 mana. So this is slightly better than Arcane Intellect.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's a lot better than Arcane Intellect from a efficiency standpoint. Of course, that's one of the least mana efficient draws.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this would see play in Murloc decks.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
But I definitely don't hate it.
It's a different Murloc type, because usually you get all those aggressively statted attack buff now and let's go type of Murlocs.
And I do like the rush as a little bit of a bonus.
Yeah, I thought it was slightly too weak without the rush. I think the rush is necessary at least.
That also allows it to trade off against some more threatening things from your opponent, so that's actually pretty nice.
I thought that was fine. So I thought this was a good alternative to. I mean, if this was like control-y oriented and it wasn't Murlocs, but it drew three things like sort of like Sight Melon, right?
Yeah.
Tutors out the exact curve you need. That's very good. But for this one, it's just like you're running out of stuff, and then you have Morty. You have Morty in your backhand. If on 5 you don't have an explosive turn, maybe you just got cleaned up. You play Morty. You take a turn, and then next turn I'm reloading, and I know that I will be able to play 3 things, and they're good.
Yeah. I guess we're going to go to the next one?
Neutral too, because it can go on all classes. Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense for all classes.
So this one I actually thought you might like.
It snatches substitutes. Swap your powers with your opponent until the start of your next turn.
How about that one?
2 mana 1/3, so it's slightly understated, not a lot actually. Yeah. And I really like stuff that interacts with the hero powers, especially in the current day and age with all the quests around that give you new hero powers. And some of the heroes still around as well.
Yeah.
Rogue hero power, one of the weaker ones, especially.
And you don't need it every turn.
That's the thing, right? Yeah. You're gonna use it every other turn.
That's the point. Yeah, you don't. I'm playing my hero power. I play Snatcher. I can play hero power again, just his hero power.
Yeah, and if you played hero power on 3 for some reason, then you can play this on 4.
Yep.
Play your opponent's hero power, and your opponent is limited to only your hero power, which oftentimes they don't want.
Maybe they don't.
One minor downside here is that a lot of rogue decks are tempo oriented.
Yeah.
So that the dagger would actually clear out some of your smaller minions very well.
Mm-hmm.
So your opponent does potentially get a benefit out of this as well.
Maybe.
But it's also not hugely understated, so I don't hate it.
I didn't want to make it a 2/3 because that seemed a bit too good. Maybe. I don't know.
No, that would probably be
2/3 is a vanilla set already, and it's just clear upside. So I thought 1/3 was more appropriate for it. It's also a panda. I think I mentioned this before. But
yeah.
It's a panda. So I think this has a. I mean, it's a decent card. I also didn't add any specific like expansion logos or something. I always just use the class, unless it clearly fit with something. I use the classic.
Yeah, I looked at the card generator, and there's a bunch of custom logos.
Yeah, I know there is a bunch.
And I just picked out one that I visually liked, which ended up being the faction logo for the Zerg.
Yeah. Which
are from StarCraft. So thematically, in theory, not very fitting, but the logo just looks very cool.
We should make our own custom expansion logos to put on these cards.
Yeah, I don't know if the site directly allows it, so we might have to do some picture editing before that.
But that would be okay. So I think 1/3 is appropriate for this. You could think about a 2/2 maybe. Not sure if that's better.
I mean, for tempo reasons, it probably would be slightly
maybe,
better.
But then this is more sticky. I don't know. But I like this idea. You can play double hero power, 2 different ones, and maybe you deny your opponent's hero power in an important moment or something. So that's pretty good.
this will be funny against the hero power based OTK paladin from way back when.
Right, yeah.
Like they have all the 3 dudes ready, and you just like wait another turn.
Well, that's why I do it. That's why I do it OTK. That's why
but
do it the turn before.
But you pick him up on hand.
Yeah. But then you have to stall him out somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. So taking one extra turn could potentially make a difference here. Of
Even
course,
just against like Deathstalker, you get to build a beast. That's something. That's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying, right? This is pretty good against also most of the quests.
Yeah. Mostly upgraded. Maybe not Druid because you don't have those cards.
Well, I mean, even then, you're still depriving your opponent of it for one turn.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. So it could, maybe some combo ideas.
Actually, speaking of combo ideas, how about
it?
Making this a 2-3 with combo instead of a 1-3 with Battlecry.
2-3 with combo, maybe. Yeah, I think it's possible.
Makes it a little bit harder to pull off, especially if you want to also use the hero power.
Yeah, because your own hero power doesn't trigger combo yet. Mm-hmm.
So, just a thought. I'm not saying it would be certainly better, but it might be an interesting idea.
It would be better or worse.
And then it would have the upside of if there's a combo that you don't have to activate it if your hero power in the moment is better than your opponent's.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you generally get that choice.
So, just an idea.
Yeah.
Next card is Belua the Revealer.
Beast.
Who is a Worgen. The art seems very familiar.
Does it?
Yes.
It's a Worgen.
I don't know from where, but it seems very familiar. I'm pretty sure I have it in my folder of fantasy art. Battlecry for the rest of the game. All friendly minions are beasts.
How about it?
So I'm at 8/6.
Yeah.
I think this is actually too strong.
I think that's too strong.
Well, because
Belua means beast in Latin.
Oh, that's cool.
I was thinking about going Belluna because of the moon and Worgen and all that stuff, but I thought that was too much.
So the idea here, of course, is obvious. You want to run this in the beast-centric deck.
Yeah.
Or in the beast synergy-based deck.
Yeah.
The problem then becomes that this card in and of itself is already... Actually, no, it's not that. It's not actually... It might be fine. I think that you might want to put it one stat point lower in total.
Okay. So like 7/6?
7/6, yeah. Because 8/6 is pretty good stats already.
That's alright.
And the upside is potentially pretty strong.
Yeah, they're all beasts. I mean, it's a high cost legend. It's supposed to be, This was designed with the intention of being a very, very strong card.
You know what? The stats might not even be that bad. The other thing here is that it's going to be actually a bit awkward to build around this.
Yeah.
Because
there's some equalization there. It's not like you put this in every hunter.
Yeah, because unless you run a lot of non-beasts and a lot of beast synergy, this card doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah.
So that is a bit of a thing. I guess this makes sense in the more traditional mid-range hunter builds where you have cards like Houndmaster in there, who would then himself be a beast, which would be advantageous.
I'm intending this, by the way, to work in a situation where after you play this, then Master's Call will also draw non-regular beasts. So you can recruit beasts and it'll recruit other stuff that isn't usually a beast. Yeah,
I would have to think of all the possible synergies with this, but this definitely seems powerful.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very powerful. It's not as universal as other cards, but more powerful in the correct circumstances.
This might also be pretty good in Wild, for example, to go alongside something like Kathrena.
Yeah, you might wanna you might have ideas of just playing a legit control hunter with this.
Kathrena, Winter Wisp, Baleful Banker.
Yeah.
Pull another Kathrena with your Kathrena.
Pretty good. They're beasts. I like the idea of beasts, okay? Beasts are my favorite tribe, and I think that more minions should get the beast tag, not for being a literal wild animal, but just for being monstrous.
That's not how it's supposed to work. But, first of all, I like the Witchwood tag there, that's...
Yeah. That made sense because it's Worgen. Worgen are my favorite race.
Theoretically, the idea of turning things into beasts makes more sense for a Druid.
Yeah.
But, since Druid doesn't have the best beast synergy, I know it has to kind of be a hunter. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, hunter did make
otherwise,
sense.
It doesn't make sense from a gameplay standpoint.
So the flavor idea is that he's the beast and he reveals everyone to have secretly been werewolves or worgens in that case, and everyone's a beast now. So that seemed pretty cool. All right.
That looks like a Warcraft screenshot. Is that a Warcraft screenshot?
Yeah, maybe.
Taunt Battlecry, add 2 pastries to your opponent's hand. Yeah, right. So, speaking of the football references.
Yes. This is this is taking a direct shot, obviously.
I think the next
the next one is the token.
Is going to be the actual token here, which is deal 2 damage.
It's obviously the turnover pastry. Because it's not as quite as obvious as yours, but yeah, this is Baker Clayfield.
Okay.
Baker Clayfield taunts the opponent, and Baker Clayfield gives the opponent several turnovers. This is funny. I mean, I don't know how balanced this is.
I think this is actually still relatively strong.
Yeah.
Because the 2-mana deal 2 is not that tempo, strong. Definitely. The 2-mana deal 2 is not a very strong spell, as opposed to like 1-mana +1/+1 for the bananas, for example. Mm-hmm. And this does have the Muckler stats, plus taunt, and the cards it gives your opponent are worse, and it's not even legendary.
So the cards that it gives your opponent can't quite, that was designed that way. So the token can't quite kill it the next turn, basically.
Okay, yeah.
If I gave it like 2-mana deal 3 deal 3, might not have been as strong, because then it just, next turn, you have the immediate answer to Baker Clayfield.
But, I like this flavorful. By the way, I thought about looking for, actual knights that look like Elven. But the problem is you have to sift through so many pictures until you find one that looks close enough to
Photoshop like a helmet on them and stuff. That's not easy.
So I just went with this. I think this card is too strong. Honestly.
I was gonna make it sort of a thing where it instead of 2, it adds between 2 to 4 turnover pastries to your opponent's hand, just depending, just randomly.
The thing is that the tokens your opponents get just aren't that strong.
No, but there's some value there.
And again, you have cards like Muckler, which are significantly weaker than this, and are still classified as legendaries. So, I don't know. Balancing wise, this might need some work. I like the flavor. I mean,
they're damaging spells. The Muckler gives bananas that are 1/1 boost. This one gives damaging spells, which can immediately be used against it.
Yeah, but 1-mana 2 points of stat is probably worth more than 2-mana 2 points of damage.
Maybe.
Because the spells are just inherently strong.
You're handing out resources, so it doesn't have any synergy, any tribal synergies or anything. I don't know how. I thought it was fun. Okay, I wasn't playing around with the idea of like between 2 to 4, but then it gives all of them it's too much, or it fills up your opponent's hand or something. So I thought 2 was just sort of balanced. I wasn't quite sure how to make the turnovers. Also, like maybe should the token be better or worse? Should it be 1-mana cards? Would that be too much then?
I think 1-mana would make this a lot more balanced for sure.
Right. I don't know. If it's 1-mana, that's deal. Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, but 1-mana deal 2 is...
That's 2 Holy Smites just for free?
I was about to say that's Holy Smite. That's Arcane Chop. That is conditionally...
guaranteed?
Ray of Frost. That's,
That almost takes care of Baker Clayfield the next turn.
Yeah, I mean... The 1/1 Whelps deal with Leroy the next turn.
Yeah, but Leroy has charge.
The fucking poisonous dude that you summoned from whatever it was, Marshdrake, is kills it, right?
Yeah, but those guys you can deal with because they're minions. You can ping them off the same turn.
Yes.
Those spells that your opponent has, and they're more versatile. They can use them on other stuff too. I mean, you're giving them a bunch of options there.
But
cards for essentially 2 and extra stats.
Again. You're getting yourself a better Muckler with arguably a worse payoff. So
I think the 2 damage cards are better than the bananas. And Muckler, by the way, is terrible. Like Muckler is not very good.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a fair point.
I think Muckler could give 2 banana. No, Muckler could if it gives like 1 banana or something. That might be better for a legend at least. So Muckler's not very good, and this one, I don't know, it's tough to balance this, obviously. You can make the turnovers, you can make him 3 damage, but that then kills Baker Clayfield immediately. You can make him 1 mana, but then it almost kills Baker Clayfield. I had the flavor in mind more so than the exact balance with this card, sort of like you did with Alvin.
Yeah.
We both had to get it in there. I just thought they were.
I think we both had something from the same.
Yeah, obviously.
I think we got one more.
We have one more. That is correct.
Distracting Doofus. That's a Pathfinder Goblin. Okay. It has elusive, which used as a keyword. I was thinking about it, but I decided
I would have put the other one, but it's too much text.
Yeah. At the start of your opponent's turn, activate all board interactions.
Like, like the Angora Volcano and everything, all the stuff goes off. It's just like a distraction.
So this is just a fun card.
Yeah. all stuff. Everything goes off.
I like it. This is
every turn.
This is the jank card that gets somewhere into every card pack. It has a Rostacon's Rumble watermark.
Yeah. Because it's like this. It's like the halftime clown sort of.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, it's 1 point underset. It has the elusive effect on top of that.
Yeah, it's like I mean, Bear Shock was a 4/3 with
Fairy Dragon's a 3/2 for 2.
Yeah.
So this is slightly underpowered, but it's fun.
It has the fun like side effect. This is not a competitive card because the board interaction doesn't directly affect the game. All it can do is literally distract your opponent a little bit. But
I mean, this goes in the same deck with Nosdormu, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Because then the stuff goes off all the time.
Then you might actually get a use out of it.
Yeah, it might be too much. It might be over.
Start off turn 15 seconds. Like all of a sudden, like what does
everything go? Yeah. Like the if you because there is some somewhat significant board interactions with certain boards. Like for example, you have Angoro, the volcano breaks out and stuff scatters all over the board and stuff gets in the way. So maybe I don't know, but yeah, the Rastakans where like the fanfares play and everything. This could be of course hard countered by turning off the sound, or at least in part. The in-game sound by your opponent, yeah, but this one is supposed to be a fun one. If I think you could probably.
I mean, it's kind of the Noggenfogger type card.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it a 3/4, in which case it's just vanilla and pretty good in arena.
Just like Noggenfogger, it's a goblin.
It's a goblin, yeah. It'd be pretty good in arena if it was a 3/4, I think. So I didn't want to make it necessarily too strong there with the can't be targeted. I think a 3/4 can't be targeted. It's even better than the 4/3. I would think. And Bear Shark was a pretty good card.
Well, I mean, depends on what you're playing. I mean, if you're playing aggro, then probably the 4/3 is better.
I don't know. Because on
arena,
can your opponent on turn 3 have something on board that deals 4 the next turn?
I mean, yes,
right?
Bear Shark.
Yeah, but like, no, those cards are pretty rare.
Like Coin Edwin.
Yeah,
you know,
dealing three with a minion on turn 3 is much easier than dealing.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Because you got a lot of the 3 attack minions there too.
I think in arena the 3/4 is probably better.
Yeah.
In constructed, depending on what you're constructing, the 4/3 is better, especially because it has a V-stack.
Yeah, this is something that I was thinking about is like Curious Glimmer Root, which is a 3/3 that discovers your card, maybe. You have the elusive instead, and a fun thing that might be a very slight thing sometimes as literal distraction, but you would imagine that a good player can blend that out and just focus on the game. But
yeah, I don't think that would.
With the elusive, it might have a chance to stick for multiple turns, and the interactions go off every time. So, like at sort of of every time they start a turn. So, yeah, that is my card. So, which one of mine did you like the best? First of all,
let's see. We have
go back through them again if you want to.
I was gonna do that. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I think. Overall liking might just be the Substitute Snatcher.
Yeah, I thought so.
But I think the coolest card that I would want to play with the most would probably end up being Balua, because there's something there.
There's room for experimentation there.
Yeah.
It tickles the brain. You can have some ideas of combos there. That's true. I do also like it because if you can get it like on turn 7, might be pretty good.
Yeah, again, this goes in the same deck with Kathrena and
your Rhinos
Houndmaster.
are really good, obviously.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah. Rhinos are good. Let's get all the synergy done.
The thing is that if you have enough beast synergy in your deck, you also want to have enough beasts because you can't just rely on this one card. So.
Yeah, because if you don't draw it, that's to mitigate the fact that it itself is a very, very strong card. It's somewhat inconsistent nature. That you have, it's a challenge to construct a good deck around it and stuff.
I wonder if there is some kind of idea of a start-off game with this effect, like something like Baku and Gen.
I was thinking about it, but I thought that might be too strong.
No, in and of itself, if it's just like start-off game, dude, this is too strong. You would have to have a deck building restriction.
Yeah,
maybe like a singleton thing or like an odd thing or something like that.
If you have only hunter cards,
only hunter cards, yeah.
Only hunter cards, all the minions are beasts.
I mean, to be fair, the hunter cards are most of the strong cards in hunter anyways, and a lot of them are beasts.
But then you probably just play Houndmaster, Master Skull, Hunter, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like Houndmaster Shaw, and
but I'm saying like you don't lose too much with the deck building restriction, which is always something to consider. But again, some cool ideas here for sure. I think overall you probably had more cool ideas than I did because I had a lot of my cards were very, very simply constructed.
Yeah.
Because also that makes it easier to balance them, of course.
I mean, there was also a bunch of novelties with the ignoring taunt, for example.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying my cards were completely uninspired, but I'm saying that I think you had more complex, interesting effects. Like, of course,
maybe
some of them don't
to
matter.
make him even more flavorfully accurate, Elvin should have had elusive instead of Wind Fury, because he's an elusive back.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. That might have been paused.
I just liked the whole, like, all the stuff that just said he's fast.
Yeah.
And then
he is.
His way of elusiveness is ignoring the taunts.
Fair enough.
And then
he's got a good balance.
I also had the gameplay a little bit in mind, where it's like, this clears the board around the taunts relatively well.
Yeah.
And potentially, if it can stick for a turn, hits your opponent for all sorts in the face with some buffs.
It's pretty good. Fair enough, yeah. So that's our 5 cards each. We're gonna post them in the Discord and in the custom Hearthstone card channel, and we're gonna need you to select your favorite. Which cards do you like, and give them letter grades if you want to. Maybe some of the better players, the experts like Aurora or others, can actually give some expertized opinions in terms of...
Couldn't you have just said expertise?
Expertise. Some opinions of expertise on these cards, and depending on their actual balance, how much these concepts are legit. Because, of course, that's not the only thing that we did focus on with this one. We also wanted to make them flavorful and a bit of a novelty, and those are always tough to balance. But yeah, let us know what you think about them and how much you did like them. So I thought I think all those cards were good.
Yeah,
I don't think where any does. I think they were all pretty fun. So
I mean, some were definitely better than others.
Yeah, I mean, but, for the gameplay aspect, there was a couple of them where there was just, you know, we wanted to make it a point to send a message. Make a statement with some of those cards. But yeah,
I feel like I know what statement you were making with one of those cards.
I made that card just days after we played the Niners too. Like, and he got beat up on Monday night for the world to see, which was beautiful. We watched it together. It was great. That's beside the point. Thank you for watching. We have a song of the week to end this up, obviously, but we're gonna be out of here soon. So JJ, what's your song of this week?
Okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying that I'm not 100% sure if I've used this before, but I want to use a song that I've had for quite a while and that I do like a lot, and that is Daydream Believer by Journey.
That's by Journey?
Wait, is it? No, it's not.
What?
No, that's not right.
Isn't it the Animals? Or the Monkeys?
No, it's Daydream Believer, Journey.
Nah, it's not Journey. You talk about the same Daydream Believer? No way.
No, wait.
No.
What?
It's the Animals or the Monkeys?
Then it's the Monkeys.
Yeah.
It's not the Animals. No.
It's the Monkeys, right? Yeah.
It's the Monkeys, right? I think I had it with Don't Stop Believing confused with there.
Maybe.
Yeah, Daydream Believer.
Yeah.
Right. See, okay, here's the confusion.
That's a good song.
Right? Daydream Believer and I Am a Believer are by the Monkeys.
Yeah.
And Don't Stop Believing is by Journey.
Yeah.
And they all have Believe in their title, and I got something confused.
I get the Monkeys and Animals confused.
The Monkeys.
Journey, not so much.
No, it's not that I get the bands confused, it's just that I got all the titles mixed up.
Your song is very much the good old days. You know,
Yes.
Well, how old is that song? That song's old. Like 50s, 60s? It's not much. It's gotta be pretty old. Do you have it in the database?
No, but I can look it up.
Let's look it up.
I would say that it's probably 60s. Daydream.
It's a very old song. It's a good song, though. I like it.
Let's see. 68.
68, yeah. So, alright. It's not a bad song. I do also like it, yeah. That's also a throwback one. This is not we've known this song for years.
That's what I said, yeah.
It's one of the one of the classics in general. My song of this week is one that you might disagree with. This is like the part of music where I like it a bit more than you.
Is it rap?
Yeah, it's rap. You're not about that life at all. You've never given rap a fair chance. Because you have seen that there's a lot of bad rap and
rap gets a bad rap, you know?
A lot of bad rap music. And you're not very open to the concept of finding the actually very good, meaningful rap. And you know my favorite rapper?
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. And and my song of the week is I had it in the music show once, and I don't think you took it. It's "Sing for the Moment" by Eminem. Got to give him a shout out. Usually I'm always on the same band as you with the music style, but in this case I'm gonna go for a little bit of different one. I'm gonna go for it's not like a really rap song. It's like half rap, half more melodic sort of singing, obviously. There's rap elements to it. It's still an Eminem song, but it's one of the softer-ish songs, and I like it. It's a really good song.
What do you say? Sing for the moment.
Sing for the moment.
That probably samples another song, doesn't it?
Does it?
What is it?
Do you know the song? I'm not sure if I ever told you. We can listen to it after this to see if you know it.
Wait. What song am I thinking of? I'm thinking of "Dream On," right? That would.
Dream On?
Because it's in the lyrics of Dream On for sure. See, the thing is, I know that rappers sample a lot of songs that just common practice.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like it would.
All right. It's definitely a song that's not just.
I mean, we also everyone knows that. For example, Ice Ice Baby samples Under Pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's literally they start the same.
The reason that Eminem, by the way, is my favorite rapper is not because of the obvious reason that some dubious people might suggest. It is because I like the writing. I think he has some of the best lyrical minds in the history of music. Honestly, I think he's a great songwriter, and some of the most meaningful texts. You know, you see because rap, a lot of the bad rap that rap gets, puns all the way intended, is that it's about nonsensical stuff. It's all about just money and violence and drugs, right?
And women. Don't forget women.
Yeah, and prison life and all that good stuff. Yeah, Eminem is not really like that. So his songs have more meaning, and he's my favorite rapper, and that's my song of the week. I gotta give him a shout out because I way too rarely actually use those sort of songs. And every once in a while I have to do it. So thank you everybody for watching this podcast. Go listen to those songs, see if you like them. Two different, very different varieties, and check out the cards in the Discord. See if you like them and give them letter grades. And which one do you like best? And are any of them legit? And by the way, we might do this again at some point. So
I would love to do this again.
That was fun. I already have another very good idea in my brain.
I think we should, if we do this again, maybe get like a bit of a theme going.
All right.
Like either we both decide on a theme individually to theme our cards around, or we decide on a theme first and then basically challenge ourselves to design cards that fit somehow within that theme.
We can talk about that.
Like it doesn't have to be like a very strict theme, like oh yeah, beast that you could encounter the Angora Crate or something. Yeah. But you know, like time, space. Okay, that doesn't make sense. But you know,
both together and then everything else.
No, but you know, like something vague.
Yeah, like expansion sort of.
Yeah, exactly. Like some that maybe we end up creating cards that could all fit in the same expansion or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we can do that. I'm not opposed.
And maybe then we'll just be hired by Blizzard, and then we'll just actually be card
creators. Yeah, we wouldn't even mind it. By the way, initiative starts right now to get us a card reveal for the whatever next expansion is. Blizzard is using one of our videos in their official Hearthstone Beginner's Guide playlists. Our Beginner's Guide.
That's a fact.
And guess who has never contacted us about potentially wanting to reveal a card in one of our videos? Blizzard hasn't done that. So if you know, initiative to do that, maybe tweet at Blizzard, man. TrashcanTV needs to get their card reveal because we want to reveal some cards. We are about that life. We definitely would love to do that for our viewers. That would be fantastic. So we're definitely at some point hoping to push for that. That would be great. But thank you everybody for watching this podcast. Drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel and TrashcanTV 2. As well as join the Discord server, link in the description, where you can see all our cards and engage in Hearthstone discussion with the community. And until next time, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.